Y'all already know. It's the Live and Let Fly podcast. We're here again. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I did know that.
You did know that.
I did.
I had a sneaking suspicion.
I wasn't sure. I just showed up and I hope I opened the right foundry.
I didn't know.
Some nights it's like that, you know.
I didn't know until somebody said something yesterday.
This is the same people as a bunch of podcasts we record. Could be any one of them.
I know that it's SPA if Dustin is there.
Right, right.
Or, and
clear indicator.
Y'all know it's under the table if Josh and I aren't there,
right,
and then Dustin's there.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
So there you go.
Thank God for those clues, or I'd never figure it out.
I'm here to help.
Man, y'all joke.
Why is this sci-fi game so cowboy lately?
As if our sci-fi games aren't also cowboy.
Yeah, they all have like cowboy elements.
They're all space westerns, man. Come on.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. I would have any
Are they all? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, the beginning of APA definitely had some go to a small startup town and defend them.
Yeah.
Western.
Yeah, it had kind of a Magnificent Seven kind of vibe, but instead of a small Mexican town, it's an outpost on a remote planet.
I mean, this show obviously has some
this is
vibes.
clearly a space
This
western
is
guy.
truckers.
Right.
Space truckers. It's
We even
totally
did some
different.
wrangling.
We even did some.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Never
there was
mind. It's
there was definitely a cowboy section, you know.
Yeah.
Wasn't Tia wearing a cowboy hat at one point?
Yeah, in the cowboy section.
I think Steele's got a bola on, right?
I mean,
that's just fashionable.
every time we're not out on a mission, you can just presume there's a cowboy hat, a Roland t-shirt, and a bolo.
Well, then, yeah. Okay. Mark that in the sci-fi western category.
Someone wearing a cowboy hat doesn't make a story a western, though.
No, it is. It is. 100%.
No, it is.
that was my approach with Oren. It was just we'll just put a cowboy hat on him and then it's a western.
Yeah, Oren's very western, which is funny because he's so wizardy as well, you know?
Hey, man,
He can be both
Oren's
things.
vast. He contains multitudes. So what do you
Sure. I just I don't associate with the APA show as a whole as particularly westerny. Obviously a story that long is going to have chunks of it that have a similar vibe, but I just don't think of the whole thing as a space western.
I think the grander point here is that we as players tend to inject a little bit of outlaw country into everything that we do.
Outlaw country!
Regardless of what the actual theme of the adventure is, which is why Outlaws of Alchemstar has been such a nice tight glove for us, because it's just we just lean into our tendencies on that one.
Normal Thursday here.
Yeah. Which is funny because that's the one show that we weren't allowed to do Southern accents on. It's all right, we're going to actually do a sort of cowboy western adventure. No Southern accents at all.
No.
All right. Shitty Boston.
I did give John the okay to do a Southern accent because he's never done one before on these shows. But
I don't think you can.
Not to.
No,
I don't think he knows how.
That boy never put a biscuit in his mouth. He can't speak Southern.
Yeah, you've never even had a damn biscuit.
He put one subpar biscuit in his mouth and swore him off forever.
I love you, John.
This must be what
That
all
boy ain't
biscuits are
never
like.
put a biscuit in his mouth. He ain't from the South at all.
This was not at all what I intended to get into at the
Story of our lives.
It's too damn bad.
Yeah.
What did you intend?
Well, we were talking before we hit recording about the relative hardness and softness of the characters of Live and Let Fly.
Additional context might be needed
I cut
there.
us off to start recording.
context.
You guys were like, well, no, wait, I have a follow-up question to ask.
Yeah, so it started, we were talking about ACs, right? Mm-hmm. And Emily, you were talking about Morgan's being pretty low.
Yeah, they squish.
So because of
And
that,
I said,
Morgan's kind of
Morgan's
soft, right?
canonically wearing scarves and
Just
silk, right?
All the way down. Just
I do
about
remember
just
that.
scarves.
It was when they're wearing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then that then just progress to like, well, how hard or soft is the actual
Yeah,
person?
I missed all of that. I had to go and talk to my grandma or something.
And I said something about, I think Roland is pretty soft, especially after he's had a nice bath.
Yeah, he's got all conditioned and like he's got soft fur.
Soft fur.
I think it would be a delight
This is
to
just normal
pet a
grooming,
freshly
Emily.
dried Roland. Like I just,
What I need to know.
Him is not soft. Him is floof.
What I need to know is when Roland gets out of the shower or finishes bathing, does he have the zoomies?
Yeah.
No, but he definitely
Does he do the shake thing?
Yeah, he He like gets on all
that's
fours and just
That's
shakes
the
his
one
haunches.
way in
it
which Roland is not super considerate of like the whole crew. Like he's always worried about their feelings and how they're doing. But it's like when he gets out of the bath, it's like all of y'all are gonna smell like dog.
You do not want to be anywhere near the bathroom.
They had to convert Roland's whole bathroom into a wet room.
Once every couple of months, like a random party member will wake up and their entire like bedroom pillow has just been shredded.
Myself.
It's only when I'm nervous.
It's like, you were gone so long.
Yeah.
But you've been really nervous this week. That's the fourth pillow.
Yeah, I think somebody also, Zach, I want to say it was you, said that Vincent's definitely hard.
Objectively the hardest. He's made of rock.
Because dwarves is rocks.
Yeah, for sure.
No. I mean, that's a
He is a
no-brainer.
stone.
I mean,
The
Tia's
question
covered
is-
in chitin.
True.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
pretty
but
hard.
Tia is such
Soft
a
on the
cinnamon
inside.
roll. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that is true.
She's just as soft on the inside.
Well, everybody else, you're talking about physical things in the world, and with me, it's emotions. Like fur is
No,
a
I know
soft thing.
it's
Rock
both.
is a
It's neither
physical
and
thing.
it's both.
Okay.
It's not
At the same time.
It's both.
You're soft emotionally, but you're hard physically. You know?
Yeah, physically very hard.
Yeah. Mantis also very hard.
Very hard.
Yeah, straight up metal.
Straight up, yeah.
And Gadrich is full of beans, so.
Yeah, it depends on
Combination
where
of
Beans
hard
are hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
depends on where you poke
Never
that.
punch
If
him
you
in the
poke him in his
mouth.
cheek,
Never
it's
hit him in
hard. You know, like poke him in the belly. That's a big old
Yeah.
belly he's got
Yeah.
going on there.
Got that good squish squish.
I was thinking about Yosoki the other day. Me and John were looking up, like, are rat folk in Pathfinder the same thing as Yosoki, right?
Right.
And like, so they, I think with that one, I believe it was pretty much, right? Like,
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
be a case of like,
Convergent evolution.
but like they all call themselves Yosokis.
They
So like there's
identify.
probably a shared ancestry there, right? But with like cat folk and Patra, that they don't give you that. So it
They
is
don't explain
probably
it,
just like convergent evolution,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Oh no, but while we were looking up the Yosoki stuff, this was the point I wanted to get to. I feel like in Pathfinder they're usually like a little more slim, and in Starfinder they have just a dump truck ass.
Yosoki?
Yosoki bottoms are thick, bro.
There are
Are you looking at
people.
third party
Mom.
content here, Heath?
I'm not talking like sexually. I just mean like
It
they
ain't
are
sexual.
stouter and heavier than you think they are, despite being
I don't know.
rodents.
I look at
you
a lot
know?
of Starfinder content, and I've never had that thought that Yosokis are like
Built like a Pixar mom?
rocking a caboose. Right? I mean, like,
Dragging
Thicker than a
that,
Snickers.
dragging that wagon in behind him.
yeah.
All right, well, artists in the Discord, you know what to do.
There it is. There
Gadget dragging a
Have
wagon
fun
full
with
of
that.
beans in the room.
it is. Oh my god.
Actually, no, I'm mixing the two up. It's Starfinder; they're usually fairly like slim, but Pathfinder they're thick.
Oh, they got
yeah.
they got the dumpy.
Pathfinder, a lot of the time they're kind of chunky.
Oh, they got the dumpy.
Like it.
Like the thing that led me to this is like at one point, like in this show or another podcast or both, like the issue of like how much does a rat folk or how much does a Yosoki weigh has come up, and it's more than you would think, right? Like they're heavier than you think, and it's like, oh yeah, like
They're dense.
they're dense,
they've
they're
gotten-
stouter than you think.
whole cases of beans in their cheeks.
They're all just
They
lugging
count with
around
or without the cheek
27
beans.
pounds of beans.
Minimum.
I mean, mechanically, they can hold up to a bulk in their cheek pouch. You know what I
Which
mean?
is
So it's
10
like 10
pounds,
pounds?
right?
Which
yeah.
is 10
So
pounds.
funny.
Good Lord.
Like,
Damn, look at this handsome young fellow. I'm just looking at images of rat folk, and like this one swagged out. Here, I'll post it in here.
do it. I dare you.
All right, I will.
Wagged out.
I mean, look at this. If I was gonna play a rat folk / Yusoki, like
Hell yeah.
that might be the one.
I like him. You are
pretty
correct.
baller.
He's swag.
Emily's like, wood?
What? Yeah, what? What's up?
Can get.
Tell you that rat folk made me go meow. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Looking
but I
like
mean,
a snack, huh? Okay. On that note,
All right, we've
we hit
objectified
our-
rat folk enough.
Emily wishing she was a piece of cheese.
oh, we could do this all day, but we got to play some Starfinder, okay?
Full of holes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
We know our audience, or maybe it's just that we've weeded out the weak-willed amongst the
That's
audience.
it. That's what
yeah.
it is.
Well, Emily,
we
that's
have
been
had a lot of
Emily's
people
mission
leave the
since
Discord
day
lately.
one.
Only
Listen,
the
everybody,
degens
I'm doing my
remain.
part. Okay.
You're definitely nobody can accuse you of that.
You're straight carrying this group.
I'm surprised more of our fan base aren't like diehard Final Fantasy 14 players.
Because we try so hard to push it.
No, because
Because they're degens.
because Final
We.
Fantasy 14 players are degenerates.
Yeah, y'all just don't know yet that you
They
would
are
love this game.
filthy.
You're looking at the wrong aspects. You don't know about the nightclub culture that happens in 14. So
Okay.
anyway, don't
Emily,
worry about it.
It's a whole thing.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
whole thing. We don't have time for that. And at the
Shoot.
top of this opening banter.
I
So
want to go clubbing.
you can.
Sorry.
You want to go to Cat Girl Hooters? You can do that. That's a thing you can do.
No.
You can build your own cat.
You can build your own Cat Girl Hooters and charge people.
I built a pub in our guild house.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Okay.
A pub / casino.
I have to get us back on the rails.
Please.
Good luck.
All right.
No, I'm tired of it. I don't want any rails. I want nothing but sandbox for about 2 months.
We're starting a pub in Final Fantasy 14. That's what this campaign's going to be. Huh?
Pivot.
See ya.
The hard
Bye. Yep.
Okay.
I needed to give something up anyway. So.
Something had to go, man.
It's not going to be my 28 bands.
Last time on Let Fly, y'all arrived on the water world Entha in search of
Yeah.
Tarika's daughter and Roland's old friend, Shan.
Water place, because we can't call it Water World because Kevin Costner will sue us.
Yep. You did a little recon. Of course, you met Averin Sacrion, the Green Dragon, in charge of the company's operation here on Entha.
We loved her outfit.
You loved, dude, didn't you? Just
We really did.
love her outfit. You thought it fit her so
no.
Perfectly.
well.
No.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 costume
10 out of 10.
design.
Can I get the number for your seamstress? Wow.
So impressive. Let's see. You had to wait for your goods to be unloaded, so that is ongoing. In the meantime, you did a little recon. Found out that Shan was stationed on a terraforming platform called Terra 5. Right? You have decided to commandeer a yellow tour submarine in order to
Briefly live there.
Go to the octopus's garden.
Yeah. I need
In
one
search
more.
of
Rule of
Maxwell's
three.
silver hammer.
There
Yes,
you
there it
go.
is.
Okay.
With a little help from our friends.
With a little help from our friends. Naturally.
Nah.
Hey,
Hello,
Jude.
goodbye.
Don't be
All right,
afraid.
Now we're just
Yeah.
saying.
All right, we got it out of our system.
think we're good now.
Yeah, that Yellow Submarine's a Beatles reference, everybody. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Super subtle.
People don't know who the Beatles are anymore, Zach. Why don't you tell them?
Well, the Beatles were a rock band from Liverpool, England. When did they start? Like
1963.
63. I thought it was 62 for some reason.
Maybe 62 started there, came to America 63.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they're in Germany for like a couple of years before.
Hamburg.
Oh.
Which
So
is,
anyway,
I feel like how you would say
Submarine.
Hamburg in a Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Hey,
This is the
accent.
most important part about
Yes,
the Beatles' history.
Absolutely.
Is that they had strong Liverpool accents, yes.
Yeah.
All we got to do is just keep talking about music, and we'll never play
Never.
this game.
And
Ever.
Ringo was not the best drummer in the Beatles, apparently. All right. That's all I got.
The Liverpool accent's called Scouse, by the way.
Scouse.
Learn
That is
something
what
new.
it's called.
Interesting.
I never think about that in my day-to-day life, ever.
I didn't for a long time until there was this insufferable UFC fighter called Paddy Pimblett who he made famous. Scousers don't get fucking knocked out.
Oh,
And like, I can't wait till he gets knocked out.
Yeah. Right. He's probably
anyway.
not that off, though. Anyway, okay.
So anyway, we're
So
in the Yellow
anyway,
Submarine.
you're on the Yellow Submarine taking a tour. Now, in order to take control of this autonomously piloted vessel, you'd have to hack it and then use the Mad Catz Xbox controller equipped on board in order to pilot it. However, on the vid screen that's in front of you, you do see this kind of AI narrator is sort of talking about things, introducing the tour to you, and there are several bright and colorful reef icons on the screen on the touch screen that you can touch, and they're labeled Alicia, Terra 6, Wildlife, the Future of Entha, and Leadership. Are you interested in any of the information that you might be able to obtain?
Literally all of it,
Yes.
as long as the narrator is David Attenborough.
I can't
Yeah.
do
You can't do David
Can't
Attenborough.
do- come on, man. You can't pull
not
an
on the
Attenborough.
fly, dude.
let's see. What does he say? Like, and
I'll
here
give
we
you
can
30
see
seconds
the
to look
birds
up a video.
of paradise. They go bok, bok, bok. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he said.
Doing,
That's how
Yeah,
it sounds.
the chickens of paradise.
watch them as they perform their dance. Their courtship.
I'll try, but I'm gonna fuck this up, man. I'm gonna fuck it up.
I
But
mean, I was just joking because one of the sections was called Wildlife, and
Yeah.
I fucking love Planet Earth.
It's true.
That's great.
Same.
okay, so you want to go down the list?
Yes, sir.
Tia, do you press the button? Do you press the button for Alicia?
I rig up a gadget to press it at range.
Okay, you do that. Nothing adverse happens. It's perfectly safe. Because
cool.
why would this be trapped when they want to show off
Oh
the
no, this
majesty
wasn't
of
about
Alicia?
traps. This was a flex.
This was
This was a flex.
also giving you some shit. Like when he said, I want to look at this. You're like, okay, do you push the button? Do you breathe? Yeah, I breathe. And I push the button.
Okay. So, an AI narrated voice, which you are free to imagine is David Attenborough if you would like,
handled.
says, Alicia is our primary base of operations as we work to make Entha as beautiful on the surface as it is beneath the waves. The utilitarian facility that you see now will eventually be absorbed into a museum of Entha's history, commemorating Yevgenia Jameson's incredible undertaking here, along with a gift shop for mementos of your unforgettable experiences on Entha. And as the narrator speaks, the vid screen shows an image of the existing structure with all of the planned expansions superimposed. And then it goes back to the main menu, and with your gadget, you breathe, and then press the button for Terra 6 next on the list. And the narrator says, Well, excuse me.
Your
First, you
excuse,
see.
narrator.
Okay, narrator, take a breath.
I'm sorry. Lo siento. Sumimasen. All right. The main vid screen lights up with a wireframe model of an impressive undersea structure. The model then slides over and appears on the transparent dome right all across the tour boat. It's overlaid atop the actual structure. Still currently under construction in the ocean nearby. So essentially it's like an augmented reality. You see what will eventually be Terra 6. It's still under construction. You see it down here, but it's not finished. So it's augmented, it's AR superimposition over the screen of the submarine. You see a completed Terra 6, right? It says, Terra 6 will be the company's newest terraforming base, building upon the lessons learned from previous successes to produce the known galaxy's most efficient, most effective, and safest undersea terraforming platform to date. Someone roll an engineering check, or all of you can roll an engineering check.
Okay.
Not all of us. I am unable.
It's going to be a 29 for Gadrick.
I got a 29 too.
Hey.
Okay. 29, two 29s?
Yeah.
Well, you needed to hit a 27 on this one.
Nice.
So, with your
We high five.
astute observations, those of you who, take a look at this and kind of, are thinking about it from an engineering perspective, you notice some pretty crucial structural integrity issues within this wire frame that you think, based on your history with the company, is likely the result of intentional design decisions meant to, save on material
It's
and construction
cost-cutting,
costs. Yes,
as it always is.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so the wireframe AR disappears, goes back to the main menu on the vid screen. Your next option is wildlife. And, you press that after breathing a couple times to make sure you're still alive. And the narrator says, Entha offers sightseers a dazzling array of colorful creatures that make the nearby reefs their home. Undersea safaris will bring tourists up close to the most impressive aquatic specimens Entha has to offer. And on the vid screen, you see a computerized mock-up showing two Yosoki tourists
With cabooses?
with Pixar mom dump trucks.
Fat bottom rat, you make the sci-fi world go round.
And they're in a two-seater version of the boat.
But
Just-
one of them fits in the two-seater.
I was going to say, they got to have two boats.
No, they had to convert the normal four-seater into a two-seater for their dump trucks. Because they're just that thick, But you see these
Just
two
the reality
fat
of the
bottom
situation,
Yosokis,
Emily.
and they are peering awestruck while watching fish like dart in and out of this colorful coral structure.
While watching fish at Sphere.
They're watching
Yeah.
fish and Sphere. They got the full
pretty awe-striking.
immersive experience with the AR screen.
Hell yeah.
It's Water Night.
Yeah. It's Water Night. They're going hard. What's on the set list on Water Night?
Oh, waves, ruby waves, wave of hope.
There we go.
All the waves.
There we go. All
waves.
the wave tracks. Roll a perception check.
That I could do.
Shit. Bet.
With a Norse Foundry drive, by the way.
Same.
28.
Okay, well, I got a 19.
Okay.
23.
Okay.
Well, don't do that.
No, I probably don't need to do that. Well, you
Oh.
might need that.
I'm sorry. I was looking at my mysticisms. 27.
25.
Okay. Vince?
19.
19. All right. You all passed this perception check. You all notice that the same coral that these Yosoki are watching underwater. Coral!
I resisted. I was like, I'm not
couldn't
going to
do
do
it.
it.
Couldn't do it.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Zach. Go ahead.
I'm too country, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
It's
too
my
late.
own country.
I blame The Walking Dead.
Yeah. The same coral appears outside of the actual tour boat that you're on. Like, this coral is around, okay?
Okay.
But in reality, it's way less populated by sea life. You know, on like the whole wildlife exhibit shows all of this.
It's shoddy as fuck. They've like fracked all the wildlife to death.
Like in reality,
a
it's
fake
way
thing.
less,
Yeah.
way less impressive than what the visual is showing. Like even the colors of the coral in real life, right?
It's like the difference
are
between
dim.
like what a plate of food looks like in real life and the way it looks like on
a
Master
commercial,
Chef, right?
yeah.
Totally,
It's like
totally.
color saturated.
Yeah,
and
it's a
like,
Big Mac on a
right.
commercial versus a Big Mac, you know, in real life.
From your local McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's definitely something you notice. And I don't know if y'all want to discuss any of these things before I press on, or
Well-
if you want to get all of it.
I mean, the main thing, like I was gonna say, even after the one before wildlife, is just Tia is like shaking her head basically after every entry, and I think probably like telepathically, like she's comfortable enough with you guys that she was really just kind of muttering to herself telepathically, but you all hear it, and it's just like, I will never understand how corporations can rake in this much profit and have such shoddy craftsmanship. It's so short-sighted.
Well, it's always about trying to, increase profits forever. So, just cut corners everywhere they possibly can.
But the corner cutting, that's the short-sighted part, right?
Oh, I know.
Is the jig will be up fairly quickly when people realize the poor quality.
You'd think, but, they're still here, aren't they?
We'll just move on to the next planet we'll fucking kill. And like, Hestia said the F word, right? Like,
Right.
Gadget
She
has
is-
a heart attack.
she is...
Just has a heart attack.
Spits out some beans
She
from
is
that.
capital M mad about capitalism.
Hestia, have a Snickers.
It's we can't get sued for that one. It's like it's a clickers in this universe.
Yeah.
Shaped like a remote
Whatever it
control.
is. It's too late to be upset about capitalism now.
It's never too late to be upset about capitalism.
I mean, you're right.
Okay.
This is small potatoes competitively, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to cut you off, but I don't want you.
You're good.
Y'all let me know when you want to press the button,
Press the button.
You press the button. And this section is called
I used the
Future-
Hylaxinator to press the button.
Yeah, the Hylaxinator 5000, skillfully, with extreme efficiency, presses the button, and the future of Entha is this section. The vid screen shows an image of Entha from space, and it's covered in ocean. And as the narrator speaks, all of these colorful continents and archipelagos, which are made out of reef, start popping up out of the waves, just scaled up like cartoonishly for effect. And the narrator says,
Like the snorks.
"Brother, that's a reference I don't get, man."
You don't?
Really?
Oh my god.
Damn.
I
The
know
snorks.
I know
Yeah.
the snorks.
They're like undersea Smurfs.
Yeah, but they
Except
have
they've got
like
little snorkels on their
snorkel
head.
things.
Okay, I didn't know that one either.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels like a boomer cartoon thing.
Oh wow, you didn't have to say the quiet part out loud.
It's a.
I don't mean that aggressively.
It's a
Just
Gen
like
X
I was like,
cartoon,
this
dude,
this
come on.
feels
Yeah,
like a before my time cartoon.
I'll allow it.
I mean, it
Because
is.
it
But
was
it's also,
a
like
few-
Adam said, Gen X, not boomer.
Yeah, Gen X for sure.
There you go.
In just a few short years, Entha will become a planet-scale resort for aquatic and non-aquatic species alike from all over the galaxy. Adventurous guests can enjoy countless activities and ecotourism opportunities, while visitors in search of a calm getaway can simply relax on Entha's miles-long beaches of particulate coral, or at one of the dozens of themed resorts. Meanwhile, entire private islands can be purchased and outfitted with every luxury as a home away from home on this beautiful aquatic slice of paradise. And it ends.
Cool story, bro.
Paradise where everything didn't already live here.
Yeah.
What is it with the Starfinder developers' obsession with resorts gone bad? Like, I just, it's like, it seems to make itself present in everything that we've run at some point.
They may have an issue with
I
the
think somebody
decadence of
worked
it.
at Disney at some point.
Somebody's
Well, I mean,
Somebody was
resorts
there.
in general are kind of they can function as a symbol of the falseness of,
Yeah.
I mean,
sort of.
I get it. I get all the commentary about it. It's just, it's a well
Like,
that
we're just
they
gonna
dig
keep
into a
fucking
lot.
doing this.
Keep going to it. All right, there's one.
This is what we're about, all right?
There is one final section of the guided tour narration. The Hylaxinator 5000 does its job exceptionally well, and a section called Leadership comes up. And the vid screen shows a very corporate, like, portrait image of an unsmiling Averin posing in a corporate office, sitting behind a small brushed steel desk.
How tight is her business suit?
How tight does it need to be to satisfy you, Adam?
Depends on that booty.
I just want to know how uncomfortable the dragon looks in the picture. That's all I'm saying.
What you say? Averin? Is that what you said?
That's the name of the
Averin.
dragon, right?
That's the name of the
that's,
dragon.
That's like her
Yeah.
actual name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Averin Sacrion is her name.
Okay. Yeah, Sacrion is the one that stuck with
Oh, okay, yeah. So, the narrator continues, operations on Entha could not proceed without strong leadership, and this watery world is lucky to have Averin Sacrion at the helm. Well known for her successes in a bevy of past Yevgenia Jameson projects, Averin's brilliance and efficiency encourage the best from her charges here on Entha. And the narration ends with like a swishy like a bunch of like bell like chime like
Corporate,
like runs.
corporate swish. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well known for her numerous workplace safety violation lawsuits.
Turn that rubbish off. It's all a bunch of lies. Or don't. Fine. Just let it run. I don't care.
Well,
It starts replaying over again.
I was going to say, it automatically turns off at the end.
Yeah, it automatically turns. It does that.
It's like, tell the Hylaxinator to stop pushing the button. Need to update that to the 5001.
My bad.
Yeah, Hylaxinator retract.
Could have just had Mantis press the button if it's
I
like.
think Mantis is
No,
just
I'm
sitting
gonna-
over
I'm
there
gonna-
like,
I'm gonna
guess
bring
I'll
up an
just go
entire
fuck
new
yourself.
Create a solution.
Hestia needed you guys to see that flex of
Oh.
quick engineering,
Fair enough.
So yeah, that is the extent of the tour guide information. In totality, what do we all think of the operation here on Entha?
Oh, it's horrible.
You can't buy any of it. It's all
Yeah, like
propaganda.
Can't wait to see the finished product.
Yeah, it's like condos
Like-
made of styrofoam,
Yeah.
like it's this whole thing is just shoddy,
It's a house of
slapped
cards.
together for a quick profit.
And clearly, with little regard for the ecosystem, again,
Yeah, destroying the planet.
They are trying to take the coral and raise it up to create artificial land made out of coral.
well, that's not
Coral is
gonna
living.
work.
Coral,
Yeah.
is,
Coral is
itself is
Well,
life. Like you're
healthy
literally
li-
killing the coral to
healthy-
do that.
healthy coral is
Healthy coral
living.
is, yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing
Well,
is
that's
that
like saying healthy people are living.
Yeah.
dead coral is a
obviously.
graveyard. They're
Yeah.
going to be. This is literally going to be a graveyard planet,
And it
if
will
they kill the
disintegrate.
coral in the process.
Like-
which touching it will kill it.
And this is Starfinder coral, so it probably has brains.
Yeah,
it's
got
probably
to.
sentient, right?
Yeah, right.
For sure got them brains.
It's got them brains.
Like, whoa, you don't even know. I hate it. I mean, if that's
Do you?
that's pretty much the takeaway. I would
just
say
Sorry, go ahead.
Morgan has been kind of like sitting quietly and just sort of like reflecting internally because they were in a, a tangential way, kind of like a part of this whole problem, right, for a long time. So it's tough to see it in action, I imagine.
I just think it's so like dumb. Like not just the like disregard for the life on the planet and all that. That is objectively awful, but also like we're in a sci-fi, like the universe of Starfinder. Like we have books about near space and far space and all that stuff. Like there are planets all over the place. If you're trying to find a planet that is a good candidate for being there, there's no, indigenous, like intelligent life, and you just want to build a resort. You pick a water planet, like pick any of the land planets.
My guess is that there's another resource here, and this is all just a cover up.
It's
For sure.
Right.
That's and then I don't actually say this, but I want to say this just for the lulz. Roland's like, talk to me when your planet's star is dying.
Oh,
then
Lord.
we'll have a problem.
Oh no.
I thought you already wrote that emo music album.
It wasn't very good.
It wasn't very good.
Of course it wasn't. But at least you tried. That's also not real. Saying any
Not
of that.
canon. Not
This is not
canon.
canon.
Right. This
In
is all
character
for the
banter.
lulz. But I do see, like, you probably would be unreasonably melancholy about stuff like that every now and then, or defensive about it.
It's not even melancholy. He's just not as, like... He recognizes it as bad, right? And he wants to do something about it, but he's not as, like, shocked or, like... It doesn't face him in the same way it might others because, he's dealt with planetary doom since he was
See,
born.
that's interesting to me because I would think it would be the opposite, right? Because your planet's doom is from a natural phenomenon, from a star dying. This is like man-made. Like this is like people
it pisses him
actively
off.
doing this.
Pisses him off for sure, but like what I'm saying is that there's maybe a little less shock
Right.
from it. You
Not
know what
shock,
I mean?
but it might be motivating you further along hating the company or
Yeah, and it's also like Roland also very much hates EdgeCorp.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
terrible.
like this is just like
Well, and this is just further evidence of our old bosses and how awful they are,
Right, exactly.
But I will say he is a little concerned or worried what Shan got herself wrapped up in because he has no idea what she was doing here, and what he knows about her is that she is an environmentalist. So like he's a little confused.
Yeah, that would make her a target here.
Right.
Yeah, but she what we know is that she was working here. Now what we don't know the extent of what her motivations or what her job was here. She could have been a consultant and they don't like what she says and that's why she went missing. I don't know.
Right.
But there is a kind of like, well, dang, Shan, what'd you get yourself into? Because she is an environmentalist and
Right.
we're in an environmental crisis that's happening right here.
See, my thought with the Shan thing, just like my theory as to how she got into this is that it was just like the legal technicalities. Like they had to hire like an environmental consultant, like they were legally required to, but they were like, we're just going to schmooze them and put them up in a nice penthouse or whatever. And provide such luxury that they get distracted from the job. Like we don't actually want them to do their job, but we're required to bring them here legally.
Right.
Right.
Well, we'll find out. Let's press on.
I'm curious what Gadrick or Vincent? You know, what do y'all haven't had a whole lot to say on this. I'm curious where your heads are at after all this.
I mean, I've said as a player,
Yeah.
which surprise, surprise, Gadrick is feeling similarly, but it's making Gadrick try to reconcile that he used to work for the company and perpetuate that. Yeah, all of this. He was a cog in that behemoth of a terror beyond what he's ever seen, and is starting to see and realize it.
And during that time, like maybe being a little willfully ignorant of what the company.
Yeah, well,
was
because he was getting to fly.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, I'm getting to do what I want to do, so I'm not worried about this. And after the fact, being like, okay, to some small degree, like, do I bear some responsibility for this?
I mean, yeah.
It is your fault.
Yeah,
It's all your fault.
Gadrick's the mastermind behind all of this. We're gonna get to the end, and it's Gadrick is the actual BBEG and is the president of Edge Corp.
Yes, it's really undercover boss.
Right.
The whole thing is a corporation.
Dude, I mean, that sounds crazy, but like in this adventure, not as crazy. You know?
Yeah.
I haven't even told Josh yet that he's the BBE.
I ruined it.
Well, now I gotta rewrite the end, man. Damn.
How's Vincent feeling?
Yeah, so Vincent, I feel, has calmed down since then after the silky tones of David Attenborough-esque voice here. And he's actually been able to kind of take in the water and whatnot, something that he's absolutely a stranger to. I mean, more so than I guess the rest of everybody else. But just he's had some time to really kind of take it in and realize, but he's also at a conflict in that this is something that he knew that the Edge Corp would. Of course, Edge Corp is doing this. You know, this is a bit more of the nihilistic view, I guess, here. I mean, he's not saying anything here. This is all in Vincent's mind, but you know, of course they're fucking doing something here. Of course, this is they're ruining this planet, you know. And just whenever he's gotten an appreciation and come out of a level of ignorance that he's had of, you know, deep sea life and everything, you know, to actually have that joy of discovery actually kind of like, what's the word? Just kind of like tinted, you know, because now he's got this like, well, it's being plundered. But he mutters like, well, what can us pros do anything about it? You know, and
maybe something.
And he just kind of like picks up, like realizing, oh, he said that out loud. It's not going to be good if we do something about it, though. We still got to get Shane.
Yeah, I mean, not right now, but I don't know.
My point is that we're no longer pros. We have capabilities, so just keep your eyes open. Any little bit of impact we can make, maybe we should. In the meantime, how is your crippling terror of being in this tin bucket several fathoms below the surface? Are you doing all right?
Is it unfathomable?
You're not helping, but you're being very funny.
Picture Tia's mandibles.
That's how I've only just now decided that's how Tia laughs. It's
70 episodes in, and we finally got
learning something new every time. Yep.
And so, yeah, he's just kind of like at the response of that is just like, well, I was doing okay, but and then you had to go and start prattling off about it. And
well, we're doing immersive, or maybe you could call it even submersive therapy.
Morgan just whispers, wow.
He looks
Right,
at Hestia
the
like,
empath is like, this is all objectively bad. No, in all seriousness, I don't mean to make light of your fears. I checked over the vessel before we left, and it seems to be one of the few things well constructed.
just look at the quality of this console and controller.
Now, the controller I don't love, but the vessel itself should be.
I was more impressed by the quality of the engineering behind the Hylaxinator 5000 to be honest.
Oh, you like that? Yes.
It's quite efficient, quite accurate.
She like breaks it down like a Marine would a pistol or whatever. Just like
like a fold
rapidly, just puts the parts away in a satchel or whatever, or a little Batman, belt pocket.
Well, we're already leagues under the sea, so fuck me dead if things go wrong down here already. And he's trying to get his spirits up. Is what this is. It's,
I'll be honest with you, man. With that accent, I didn't understand what he said. I missed it. Nobody laughed at your joke because nobody understood what the hell you just said.
No. Basically, he was saying like we're already leagues down.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, leagues down under the sea. So anything goes wrong, well, we're all fucked anyway.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Fucked anyway,
But,
not fucked.
yeah. But it's
your
low
daddy.
spirits
Gotcha.
kind of talk, Yeah.
Okay. All right. I needed clarification because I heard "fuck your dad" as well, dude.
I said,
Like,
fuck me, Dad.
I'm gonna just let that one go.
Fuck me, Dad.
If I mean to say "fuck your dad," you're gonna know that I said.
This is how he deals with stress.
Your dad's gonna know too.
Oh, man.
All right. About this time, you see on the planned route on the vid screen of the tour that the tour is going to start returning to the surface. If you want to hijack this craft, you will have to start making a move.
Why did you put away the Hylaxinator 5000? It's time to hijack this
Need
craft.
it.
Most
It's like
crucial
cracks
moment.
her chitinous knuckles and is like, I don't need it.
Why? Because you got the 6,000 ready?
I am the 6,000.
Oh shit.
There you go.
All right, Tia, you can choose to
I don't
hack
know.
into this thing.
Is that how they do it in action movies? I'm not.
Made it
I'm
pretty
not
good.
the movie
I
person.
think you did all right. I'd watch it.
You can choose to use the computer console and try to hack into the controls that way, or you can open up a panel, on the floor of the sub in order to like hotwire it. Essentially, I guess, right? Like to engineer your way into
right
gaining access.
Let me see. I'm sure. I want to look at my roboticist stuff to see if there's something. No. So my theme knowledge for roboticist allows me to reduce the DC of engineering checks to identify creatures and technology by 5. But then my level 6 one is crafting. So that supports the Hylaxinator, but doesn't give me anything here. So it'll just be my computers and engineering are one and the same as far as the bonus. So if it makes more sense to go through the console, then that's what we'll do.
Okay. Computers check.
Rolling hot tonight with a 35.
Nice.
Very nice. A 35 will get it. So yeah, you're able to kind of get into the Linux menu or whatever underneath the really cheap OS that they've installed on this thing.
Right.
You're looking for command line.
Command line, sure. And you're
You
able.
don't know.
Don't I?
He knows
You do.
better than I do. I assure you.
Yeah.
I got a computer problem.
I'm actually
Josh!
using the reprimand line. I'm going to scold this ship.
What do you say to the ship? How do you scold the ship into? How do you scold this yellow submarine submission, sir?
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to scold the ship. I'm going to freaking hack it
Okay, well,
with a 35.
you're ruining my fun, but okay.
Yeah.
You've had your quota of fun tonight, sir.
You're right. All right. So, Tia, you're able to hack in. and kind of cover your tracks in terms of like what's going on with the tour, so nobody can see it. You take control of the Mad Cat's controller, veer off course, away from Alicia, towards the coordinates that you have recorded for Terra 5. And while you're at it, if you want to download the presentation of the information that you've gained on here to your personal comm, you can
absolutely, yeah,
certainly do that as well. So yeah, you guys.
I feel like Hestia is a real spreadsheet bitch. Like I want to have every little piece of information I can, so I can compile it and arrange it and look for details in for fun.
The most
not to present to the Xeno Wardens or anything, just for fun.
Right.
So
and if it ends up being useful, great.
Right.
Exactly.
So you veer off and you start heading away from Alicia. You start heading down into the depths, and without warning, the submarine gets rocked by small arms fire. So I have to roll some dice.
Shit, it's fish with pistols. God damn it.
Do we know, or can we see what's firing on us?
Yeah, you will not be able to stop this surprise round, right? This is already happening. But you can certainly see what's firing, because again, it's got was it fiberglass, or is it? No, it's aluminum. It's translucent aluminum. That, and you look around.
Aluminum.
Okay, and what you see are 4 humanoid creatures riding in wave cutters. Right, the little sea craft. Okay, and they're cruising along these wave cutters, and you see what appear to be 3 showbots and an android. And again, they're all firing simultaneously at you, so I have to roll some damage against the submarine real quick.
Oh no, it's the blue meanies.
I love how they shoot first and don't ask questions. Well, this one went off the rails. Let's go ahead and shoot it.
If everybody's dead, then there's no questions need to be asked.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you quite know what the situation is here.
I don't.
They're pirates. Oh, Josh, I don't.
I don't.
Now, thankfully, the ship does have some hardness, right? So I'm going to subtract that damage from each of these attacks.
Vincent, start holding your breath now.
Okay.
Say what?
I said, Vincent, start holding your breath now.
Yeah, Vincent is just running around the ship. Abandoned ship! Oh, it's just going happy.
Gadrick's gonna go ahead and activate his own environmental protections, thinking this thing's about to go pop.
For sure.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
Certainly a good idea.
I just love this because it's. I don't know to what degree you guys are James Bond movie fans. I love Bond movies, warts and all, but this is very Thunderball. Like the underwater fight scene in Thunderball.
I've seen Dr. No and Goldeneye.
That's one where with the harpoon gun, where he fires a harpoon. Yeah. I know that scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't seen any of the Daniel Craig ones?
They're all like well made, but they are of. I have very strong opinions about the rankings of the Daniel Craig movies, but the first one, Casino Royale, which is a remake of the original Casino Royale. That movie is fantastic. I love Casino Royale. Definitely worth a watch.
Who's your favorite actor?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, what's that one show?
Hannibal.
There's Hannibal, and he's in another. It might be a movie.
Death Stranding.
That's Stranding. He's been in the
That
movie.
is not a show or a movie, but he is in
Right. That's true.
I've seen like a gift somebody sent me. It was him wearing some kind of like medieval looking collar or something.
Oh, you're talking
Well, he was in
about
Fantastic Beasts.
yeah, he was. No, I know the movie you're talking about. It's I didn't actually like that movie with him in it. I have to IMDb this.
I mean, I'm looking at it now. He's been in a lot of medieval movies: The Royal Fair, King Arthur, Clash of the Titans, Age of Uprising.
Age of Uprising, I think, is the one that I'm talking about that I don't like.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah, Michael Kohaas. Yeah, I don't like that one.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was Hannibal that he was wearing a collar. I don't know. As Hannibal Lecter, yes. Okay, sorry.
Okay, it is. Oh, man, yeah. Best fashion on that show. Great.
That show is fucking wild.
No, I love it, dude. I love it.
You love it?
I want them to like go back and do some more seasons of it. Like everybody on the cast wants to do some more seasons of it.
You should write a letter to the.
I want to write a letter directly
Network.
to Mads Mikkelsen and tell him like how awesome he's doing. He should continue to.
There's nothing from stopping you writing a letter to Mads Mikkelsen. Fan mail exists. No. Got way
Now
too many
that's a
fans.
different,
But
that's
you
a
can
different
send
question
one.
entirely. Yes.
You could still write what you want to say out on a piece of paper. and put it
Right,
in
right.
the- You can send it to me. I'll read it.
Oh,
I just
Address it
posted,
to Adam, though. Everywhere you would say Mads Mikkelsen, replace it with Adam, and then send it to Adam.
dear Adam, you were great in Casino Royale.
Your turn as Lashif was phenomenal.
Okay, so again, you're cruising along, and these 3 showbots and an android come swooping up beside you on wave cutters, and they start firing at you instantly. With their combined fire, even despite the boat's hardness, the boat has 24 total HP. Altogether, they have dealt 20 damage on the opening volley of this ambush attack.
Oof.
The aluminum starts to give a little bit. You start to feel pressurization changes occurring. Water starts seeping in to the submarine. And we'll see ya.
Oh, Lord.
This is Vincent's nightmare.
Vincent's having
Exactly,
an
Vincent's
absolute
nightmare. This is
breakdown.
trauma-inducing. Right
It
now.
has already pooped.
Vincent, all jokes aside, let's get this together.
Yeah.